conversation with people all over the world, to inform them about things that you're doing. And certainly, if we're doing a production in London, let them know about our young ticket scheme. And it's a very useful way in which to be in touch with a lot of people around the world.
What's your take on Twitter and Facebook? I mean, do you think that's just sort of changed the world as we know it to a certain extent?
Well, there is a certain false economy to it, in that we present, or I think people present on those sites, the sort of best version of themselves. Aaron Sorkin actually had a really great comment, the screenwriter of Social Network, where he said, "I wonder if my kids are going to suddenly be shocked to discover that human beings have flaws." Because the way in which people present themselves, you are not going to get to know people on Facebook or Twitter in the way that you would if you spent an hour across the table with them. It's just never going to replace actual conversation. But as a tool, I think it can be a remarkably positive tool for a lot of people, and it can be a remarkably powerful political tool around the world to find out what's happening in countries that would rather not let us find out.
Are you concerned that we might come to a point where we don't talk to each other? Because now it's, you SMS each other, you chat online. I mean, rarely do we actually meet face to face to have a chat.
Well, I haven't fallen into that particular trap. I think that, to me, what's really sad is that the art of letter writing has really started to disappear. And I love letter writing. I love getting letters. I love writing letters. I'm still a letter writer. I think it's a very important thing, because I think that there is a difference in the way in which we think when we're just typing away and you're just stream of consciousness, as opposed to when you actually are writing. And the thought process that you go through to write something is very different from this.
Well, besides that gift of letter writing, as we now know, we hear that you have a few other talents as well. And in fact, singing came in somewhere along the way. I believe you ran on stage, disrupted a concert.
I didn't disrupt.
Got yourself on, said, "I'm going to sing with this guy."
No, what happened was I had been essentially stalking Sir Paul McCartney for about 4 years, trying to get him to agree to do a benefit for the Old Vic Theatre, because in London we run our theatre without any public subsidy at all, and so it's very important that we raise the money that we're able to do the kind of work that we do. So anyway, I finally annoyed him so much that he said yes to doing a concert for us. And so this was July 1st in London at a place called the Battersea Power Station. It was an incredible night, and there I was sitting at my table while Paul McCartney was on stage singing Hey Jude, which he dedicated to Judi Dench, who was sitting next to me at my table. And the whole place was going, everyone was singing, having a great time, and I thought, this may be my only chance. So I stood up and I ran around to the side of the stage where Paul McCartney's bodyguards were standing at the little stairs that went up to the stage, and I said, "Hi," and they said, "Hello," and I said, "Would you mind if I went up on stage?" And as they were looking at each other like this, I ran between them, and Paul saw me and he sort of waved me over, and we sang Hey Jude together. He was very, he said that night, and he was very delighted to help us old vicars out.
Another talent you read here is a bit of impersonation.
I've always loved impersonation. Yeah. It's great fun.
Can you give us a bit of a...
Well, why don't you ask me a question as if this would ever happen. As if I was Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton. So, President Clinton, would you have done anything differently if you could be president again?
No, that's a loaded question. I love Singapore. I love it. You've been here, what, 5 years? You're from here, right?
You like Singapore?
Oh, I love it.
What do you like about it?
All the food is good.
All right, Kevin. We're coming to the end of 2010. I'm going to ask you next year, 2011. What are you looking forward to? What's the next big thing for you?
Well, I will continue at the old Vic until 2015. So we have another 4.5 years to go. And I suppose I'm looking now toward the kind of a program that we're going to be doing during the Olympics, because we're having the Olympics in 2012 in London. I continue to look for films that excite me and offer me something new to do. But I was very, incredibly blessed to have had a mother who said to me when I was very young, and continually said to me as I grew up, if you've been lucky enough to have a dream come true in your life, make sure you have another dream. So I'm working on what the next dream is.
Okay.